Welcome back to the homestead, everyone. Today's a big day. We're getting the well put in right down there. And then later on this weekend, I'm gonna move the camper right in this area and start actually living on the property. So let's see how today goes. The well truck is here, so hopefully by the end of the day, I have running water. Hey, how are you? Awesome. I widened the driveway a little bit for you. Yeah. It was going to come out anyway, so I figured might as well go and do it.
Right? Usually up in this neck of the country, by the time everybody wants to save the trees, but by the time they get their truss put on, all those trees get knocked down anyway.
Yeah. And the electric's coming through here anyways also, so I gotta clear out most of these.
Absolutely, I'm a show off, man. I like that kind of stuff. I brought the old man here, he's the lips.
I think so. He's 50. A couple other ones were like 70 some. Right now they're just getting the pipe set up and everything ready to start drilling.
Get that dope out of the back of your pickup.
That's
Where we at?
We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I'm gonna say about a
5,
0.05, 0.1,
3,
maybe
2. What do you got?
0.05 probably.
Between 0.05 and 0.01.
Yeah, so you ain't even have to worry till you get over
You
there.
ain't even gonna get a red toilet with this.
Shouldn't anyway.
Right.
Nobody can guarantee nothing.
No, throughout the seasons and stuff, sometimes the water changes in the winter.
And how deep is this well?
45 feet right now,
45 feet?
but it needs a sand screen. And when I put a sand screen, I don't ever charge for the open hole.
Okay.
I have a 50-foot minimum for driving all the way out here and doing these wells. I can't hardly afford to come out here and drill, you know, for 40 footers and stuff. So I got a 50-foot minimum, and it's $1,800 for the sand screen. I think that comes up to $5,100 for this well sitting right here.
Okay.
And you'll have plenty of water.
And when can your brother come out?
We might get him out here today if you want to put it up, pump out over the top. I mean, if you want to put a water line in and get your pitless set and get all that, then he comes in. But if you want
That'll
to
probably end up happening next year.
Okay, well, if you want to pump up over the top of it, they've got a system for that too. And, and Jake's pretty.
What do you got for
He's pretty quick.
What do you got for a light plant generator? Gen set.
It still ain't
Right
really-
now, that's kind of what I want to know. What kind of generator do I need for the well?
If he can get it, the very best would be the soft start, the 110 soft start, because if you use a short cord like that, you'll just leave the pigtail out there, comes out over the top, you just plug that in and start a little 2000 Honda, and you got all the water in the world.
Yeah, I do.
But do not put a valve on that pump, because if you got power going to the pump and you shut the water off, turn that pump up right now.
Right. Where you got to build
light
that?
switch on it.
Next year.
Where at? How far away?
About where those orange stakes are.
Okay, well, you're gonna have a short water line. You're gonna have everything. You got it. You got it. Really, you planned this out very wisely. With that there, if you put a soft start in there or whatever, a 110 or 2-wire pump, that'll service your house forever and keep you pumping over the top. Right. So yeah, just talk to Jake about it there. That's what I would do with it if I was going to be mixing CMAT and doing various different things, you know, like you guys do. You're putting in sonotubes or whatever.
With all the fires going on these days, I wouldn't have a well without a hydrant on top of it.
Right. Well, this here, it takes the place of that $500–600 hydrant. What he'll do is he'll put a seal cap in there, and it'll come up over the top, and then right down where the pitless is going to be, he'll put a coupler in there. Right. And just above that coupler, he'll drill a 1/2 inch hole.
Yeah, and it'll let all the water drain back out,
drain right
so
back.
it'll never freeze.
It won't freeze.
I saw that on YouTube.
There you go. And it's just as cheap to do it that way, and it's a good deal.
So under the coupler, or under that hole, it always holds water, and that's where the coupler will be.
Right.
To run it over there.
Yeah. And all you do is
but above that, it'll drain down and won't ever have to worry about it freezing.
Yeah. And you don't have to fight that, trying to replace pipe or anything. Just take that coupler, take the pipe off above the coupler, or the coupler out there, replace it with the pitless, and it sets in and down the road to go. And this little bugger right here, I'm pretty sure if we get that screened in there, I'll bet you'll get at least between 18 and 25 gallons or more.
That's
well,
excellent.
Here's the deal with the screen. Right now, you've got water coming in a 6-inch hole, just down in that 6-inch hole. And I would put that screen in there. We're to drop that screen down the hole, then we got to pull the casing up 3 feet, exposing that screen to the formation. Telescopes it out, so you have about a 3-foot hole rather than a 6-inch hole. So, but it can neck it down a little bit with the sand. You have one or two things that happen: it'll either pinch it off a little bit, or you'll get a lot more. And with the coarseness of this sand, chances are you'll get a little more.
I'm thinking you will, because there's no silt in it.
There's no silt. It's pretty coarse sand, and
that's another blessing. You might go 2 foot deeper and get into silts, and that silt, like you say.
Now, once that silt communicates with this right here, you just got to go deeper.
Well, me up the stream. Tell me an old.
So, are we happy with the 40-foot well? With the
I guess. I guess you guys are saying it's legal and everything else.
That's 100% legal. There ain't nothing illegal about it or anything else right there. The DEC, you can have a 10-foot water well.
Okay.
DEC does not regulate private water. I don't think they're ever gonna out here. If it was my well, I'd be very confident by putting the screen in there and being done with it.
Sounds good then.
Well, what bottom is before we go any further here?
Test bottom, I'll go well together and screen. I think you're making a good decision.
And that's more than 18 inches too.
That's more than
It's perfect height.
And I gotta pull that casing up just a little bit too. Now, where are you gonna push your snow at?
There's bottom, right about 16
There's not-
inches.
Now,
Yeah.
18 inches is the minimum height that I can do it, but I can leave it a little higher too.
Actually, whatever you need to pull it up, just
Yeah,
leave
so
it.
I like to leave them high on the edge of a driveway or where you plow snow, because you'll
Yeah.
see it when you're plowing snow, and you don't hit it with
Like-
the plow truck.
This
Bottom
this
right there. You want me to open her up a little more?
Is that bottom?
That's bottom.
Yeah, let's get it down there about another foot. I don't want to get too far away from the bottom of that. Well, hang on, pull that back up. You got the bit on there too, and I got that long bit. Well, you only got 8 inches of plug, we're good.
Now when you pull your wrench from, make sure that you ain't got a catch space right there.
good.
Yeah,
You're still down inside of the screen. We're down inside that screen then. You surf everything and slow down the air, slow down the rotation, and then brings all the fines and keeps everything cut. The turbulence around that screen, and all the fines will come through and blow out. And the bigger stuff will pack on the outside of it and kind of make a big pump belly of a natural filter around that screen.
okay.
And that'll keep it coming in and doing good. And then you pull back up the side of the case and get out of the screen, it'll start coming a lot more clear. You won't have that turbulence. About the closest we can get to gallons per minute out here on this rig. You'll get more with a pump when we're blowing it out.
Gallons plus.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cleaned up already. Just keep pumping on that until we ain't got no more sand and we're good.
Yep.
From 0 to 17 feet sandy gravel. From 17 to 28 we had some silty gravel, and that silt acts as a good gasket between the groundwater going into there because it has a hard time for the water to work its way through that silt. So it adheres around the casing and makes a good little gasket. Then we got back into sand and gravel at 28 feet and took her on down, hit the water into it. We got sand and gravel to water at 40 feet. Got, what was that again on gallons per minute? 28 gallons a minute, 26 foot for your static level. You just got a damn good water well here.
And almost no iron, right?
At almost no iron. I mean, you can't even hardly taste it. I mean, it's very, very low.
Cool. Okay, thank you very much for drawing my well.
Well, thank you for the work, Bill. I appreciate it, and I'll be proud working for you.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
I guess it is pretty shallow when you can see the water. We have the two supervisors in the truck. Jesse, what kind of pump are you putting in?
Soft start 115 volt.
115 volt. And that can run off of a generator.
Yes.
Cool. And I'll be able to hook my garden hose up to it to fill up the camper, right?
Yep, I'm gonna have it set up over the top with a 90 and a hose bib.
Yep. And the little hole drilled in the pipe so it drains down like 10 feet or so?
12 feet down.
12 feet down? Cool. Thank you. And then when I want this hooked up underground to go to like my build side and stuff. Do I need to call you back out to do anything, or?
Yes.
Okay, that's
So when you put your water, that's what's called, water line. from
okay.
the-
Water line,
The
yeah.
house. You would have to come back out, pull the pump back out, because you don't want to drill into that.
Right.
Well, get your water line set in. Do you have anyone in particular you're gonna call, or?
For the water line,
Yeah.
me.
All right.
I want to do as much as I can,
Okay.
and it's just digging a trench and putting.
So do you know how deep you need to be?
I'm gonna go 10 feet, I think.
10 feet's minimum.
Yeah.
Up here.
Will you have to use a different pump when I call you back?
No, you can use the same pump. You just gotta wire it up for 115 volt.
Just different wiring.
More or less the breakers. So if you hook this pump up to a 240 volt double pole breaker, it would just burn this pump right now.
Yeah, right.
And these pumps aren't cheap.
No.
Yeah, only difference is nothing with the wires, just the breaker you have it set up for.
Okay.
So the regular ground wire you have at like Lowe's, that'll work perfectly on this.
What's the flow capacity of this pump? Roughly, do you know?
I'm not 100% sure. Some of these questions people ask me, I've never been asked. My dad has been asked multiple times.
Right.
He's been doing, I've been doing this for 13 years. When I first started out, this was my job. It's one little lever.
10 GPM.
10 gallons per minute? That's not bad.
10 gallons per minute. I think that's more than enough for any house. This well is the water is high enough you could almost do a hand pump on it.
You can. There are certain companies out there. You can get one off of Amazon. I don't know how much the price is, but there's a website out there called gunslinger.com. It's a emergency hand pump. They can pump 100 feet.
Right.
And have they even have a video of a little girl about that tall
Doing it.
pumping it. Oh yeah, people have put regular hand pumps in, but they only go like 60 feet.
Right.
There's some pumps out there. There's I'm
And-
looking into a company called Solar Pumps. The deepest one they have, they can go up to like 250, 300 feet.
Gotta cut the rubber gasket, huh?
People sometimes don't, they just put it over the pipe and put the cap on. But this is the easiest that me and my dad has found doing it. That if you ever need to like pull the cap off and everything, pull the pump back out, it's a lot easier than taking the top off, slide it off, put the top back on.
Right.
You let that go?
Yep. Heard water. Gurgling sound. I'm thinking probably kind of.
Cap real quick.
Yep.
You-
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
I thought you just wanted it out of your way.
Pumps in.
Yeah, I think probably that direction.
That way?
Yeah, even though I
Alright.
have to come around the backside, but that's only temporary.
Well,
Much rather have it pointing kind of this way because
I
the
can-
building's going to be up there.
So you can hook it straight up to your camper?
I'm only going to use it to fill up the camper, then stop.
So, the best thing you can do, I can set it up like that if you really want me to. All this is 3/4.
Right.
I can tighten it down so it won't move, but if you want to move it, you loosen it, just not all the way.
Yeah,
Don't take
yeah.
them all out because
Just
you'll
loosen.
be hearing stuff fall in the well. You loosen up and you can twist it all the way back, but I can twist any way you want.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But which way you like it right now?
I guess pointed that direction.
Well, not that way?
Yeah, about that, like that.
All right.
I'm going to have water.
Yeah, a 10-foot cord minimum. I don't want you to see. I want to come out here and see
Maximum.
Like a 100-foot cord
Yeah.
run off way the heck over there somewhere, hooked up to a small Jenny.
Uh-oh.
Dude, lay down. This is the one that somewhat listens more than the others. You tell me.
The inspector just showed up to inspect the well. How's the well? Does it pass your test?
Come on, Leia. Come here. Dude. Hi. Big mouth, come on. Or I've let the other one out.
I don't care.
Come on. Come on. Get out of that hot truck. I'm just doing this for added protection of the wires and everything.
Right.
Alright. Well, now we gotta put your man in everything too. There's one thing I think I know why they're barking at me.
Why's that?
I forgot the hole. Luckily it's not heavy, so. I see what you two are barking at me.
The whole
Yeah,
boat.
I've only done about a few of these, but I keep forgetting about that hole because I've been doing it for 13 years.
You're right.
This is the first year that I've been doing a whole bunch of these over the top. This is probably cheaper than putting the water line in, then waiting to get water.
Yeah. You need me to hold anything?
Nope.
So you want what, about 15 feet down?
The hole can be 12 feet, 10 feet down.
Okay.
It's pretty much where your pitless is going to be. So if, when you ever get the water line hooked up, we know that's where the pitless should be, or the water level should be at least.
Yep.
But I always try to do it on that short piece of pipe. So if it's higher than that, just take that piece of pipe off and put it back in the hole.
Okay.
You don't really need to worry about this. I usually tell people for this one, like I have a cover for this if you want to. But I always tell people, like, if you want to, do you know what shock your well is? You know what
Yeah.
Okay. So I usually tell people to get a small funnel, stick it down there, pour a bottle of bleach down there, let it sit overnight.
Okay, that hole's open, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's open just a little bit. But it's not going to hurt your well or anything if a rain gets down there.
Yeah. It's been a week since I got the well put in, and it's operating awesome. I got tons of water flow, and I just wanted to bring everyone up to date on a few of the things. The drilling of the well cost me $5,100, and it's 41 feet deep and tons of water. And putting in the pump and everything cost me $1,925, so a total of $7,025 to get water onto the homestead here. So let's go and take a quick look at it. Oh yeah, by the way, I put up this Shelter Logic tent to store some things in, mainly kitchen supplies, things like that. My little freezer I bought, and a couple other things. Some of the tools that I need on a regular basis. So here's the pump. It just has a regular plug on it. I think you can see that. Going over to the generator. And then I just have the garden hose fitting up here with just a cap on right now. I definitely need to run more water to get it nice and clean and all the sediment and stuff out of it that was built up from drilling the well.